Good afternoon, country people them. Plenty we glad for meet up una for this side for Equinox Tori House today. Now at the 24 or 48 hours before we enter for this national man-to-man talk we get for happen. PIDGIN news debate for this today, so we go talk on top this palaver for man-to-man talk we get for start for Yawinde, Idena for Monday. So today we go concentrate plenty on top that chapter. Sabi say inside this arraignment, country people then we go talk. Wait till we chief them for Southwest to they be come out for talk Ebidena yesterday for Friday, where they be meet up with Tory people them for talk for them own mind on top wait till we be passed for Thursday for that side, so for inside Star Building. Tory for this afternoon, we go take una, we enter for inside Kumba, we go ton for try for show na Swe Kumba Day, we go take una to go for side for Muyam. We go talk na this government primary school where they like say they don't abandon them, as so the enter for number 4 week since we new school year it starts. We go take una to, we talk condition them for school, for Ezeka, and even for side where they call them say Lugwe. Now for that side, for Marua 3, that one, if time it go left way. Sabi say this afternoon, na time where we ever talk, na palava for any man, for talk wait way he get them for inside the mind. Today, again, na two Tory people then say they day for my corner, or them, we go try for look inside this arraignment. First, I go talk say good afternoon, Jude.
Good afternoon, Ambassador. Be a pleasure for a day with you on set today. Very good Saturday. I want to salute everybody who watch we today on PIDGIN Tory for Equinox Television. Okay,
PIDGIN news debate for Saturday. Another person, Elvis. Elvis, good afternoon for you.
Good afternoon, Ambassador. Good afternoon for all people where they don't sit down for outside day. For take chair too for year we go talk, because if we not talk, different man could talk to you, not correct.
All right, and inside Tory for this afternoon, as well, I don't talk we go try for look inside this chapter for man-to-man talk. But before we start, we get small corner sides. One of the hot corner side the way they just now this palaver for exam, we picking them the right with the talk palaver for common law, we Prime Minister, it be signed special book for chapter for 119 place, but that result for exam for Enam, it don't come out. It show say some patcha, it be there on top that result for say the common law side where he make them before they be she done for this exam, picking them where they be she done for court, we get magistrate and even court registrar them where they be get for she done for this chapter. They not take them, and as well the year with the year say they don't write letter for big man for Enam, and they don't write letter to for Prime Minister, and they check say make this patcha it no happen. Say if they figure they picking themselves chance for them say may they she done for the people that they pass, may they try for give them chance for common law sides. It go do some better thing now, Jude. This palaver, as I be say you say like Tory man, you don't follow up this palaver for exam, and it be then a special order where they be passing for 119 place for common law for Enam, bet exam pass, result come out. They real people them, it they like say they no take them, they take different people them, and we get national man-to-man talk with the start for Monday.
Personally, I doubt when some man see this kind of thing is surprising. Remember, I said the lawyers, Anglophone lawyers, and especially where they start with 2016, one of their problems would be that say they train young magistrates for Enam and the system, they not inculcate them for the common law system. Few weeks ago, lawyers get strike. I don't know how far.
They get the strike for 1 week.
For 1 week.
1 week.
Well, we don't know how. Nothing really ascertain how firm the strike will be. But I also know say lawyers, the law, the judicial system for Cameroon, be a one way, be very shaky, and they don't always get plenty problems. The problems that they come because Enam in itself, it is trying to train administrators them be enshrined into the French systems. That is why that will be very, very hard for for Anglophones and for be welcome at the level at every level. Even though we get two systems, we get civil law and common law. So it passes me why we not go concentrate. We want to recruit for Enam. We recruit the one day that go for common law side. We recruit the one day that go for civil law side. If you don't, to get this palaver say we don't marginalize some people them over some, because if not two different systems, I don't see why we you go want take 50 people. If you want take 50 people for common law, take them. If you want, because there's now only 2 regions. If you want take, multiply that by 8 regions, you want take 400 for civil law. Take the 400 for the civil law system. Make the 50 way there for Anglophones. Make them there. So I just say that just a system of governance, and non-person, I really look at NAM like a structure, an institution where it train administrators them, but given the system of governance who they it is struggle for wipe out Anglophones their judicial system. And what I see very few Anglophones them that ever be privileged for those positions.
Now we sabi say the lawyer them before this chapter Buanka we don't talk say be doing a special exam when a prime minister said to take pen a sign book for to say me the sign she done 119 for common law they try for divide them but now the pacha and we know say pacha but it shows say the people themselves they begin for take them for this site they no take them. And they take even one day for waiting list. They no take them, they talk say they take now people there, they no be even someone that they don't be even right. Now Elvis, this palava as well don't talk. We hear say they don't write a book, send them for big man for Enam, they don't write book too for send them for Prime Minister. All time when they do one struggle for meter or Prime Minister, they say they deny them, say me they no meter or Prime Minister. Now another big problem this way they come, Prime Minister sign book, but result come out, they no take into consideration thing where Prime Minister talk palava common law.
Now one big problem that we SSF get them for this country, we do pull law them, we know to respect them. We give orders, we don't even follow them. I believe say this one it is stand as a lesson for the Prime Minister himself and the other people them for outside there. Say when you want to do something, first of all make sure say even you don't talk something, implement that thing. Make sure say you look into that thing. Make them do the right thing. Not just because you don't give order, you should on you back. When you give order, you follow them up because you don't be a sick for inside this country where they give thing them, they need to follow them. And it always end up be now forgotten. So I believe say this one way a Prime Minister don't even give this order and he don't want to make them follow them. Make yourself it take it two item two for them for make sure say make it follow that thing, make them picking them, make them stop this kind of thing because it don't too much and I believe say time don't come way this kind of thing it get for end for Cameroon.
And just so Sabi say the lucky one them where they be take them we know been really the common law side. We hear say they already go for their training. The one day where they be the wait, where they be should on for write that exam, they never fit. We Sabi say Prime Minister be there busy all the week, but with the prayers say as well the talk, make them say they try for look inside this palava for common law where it is so they be should on for write exam, special exam, the last. The real people themselves their name no come out for list where they show say they pass one way they say for waiting list, they no even take them. Now we go enter for this big one way they happen. We go pass for inside country beginning Monday. Yes, all the time them Prime Minister Chief Dr. Joseph Diongute, if you don't deal with meet up with the people them for here where they get for talk Prime Minister for Thursday we pass. Now the big one that way if you talk come good for people there they come up for Norway and even one day two they come up for Southwest as we on the CM for that side. Sabi say inside this arrangement Bernardo Calabiline he talk say people them for Southwest they don't talk say they want better decentralized the same talk where they so Adolphe Lele Lafrique for that side so for Norwest too he talks in a better decentralized way if people them for that side for Norwest they want them as Sabi say inside this arrangement plenty they don't ask question why Sabi say even Ekema Patrick Esunge SSF when a mayor he talks say he check say if decentralized he come tin them they go down small people they say they go glad when a people they say they get for look at them Sabi say inside the same group for people there they come up for Norwest will be get people them for SDF for inside and according to it Honorable Mbandam he talk for he said them they want to say make country he turned back for this 1961 constitution where they don't get where it be then a federal republic for Cameroon where it be a federal state then we will be get for inside country. Now just the thing that we play people they don't talk Sabi say Edith Kabanwala where he says be the talk on top the palava he try for ask question say why it they say people them for Southwest people them for Norwest they go for Prime Minister office now them governor they did talk for them before where they get big elite them where now the real Anglophone they hear the palava they feel the pains where they begin for talk. The same chapter Barrister Bobala Felix he don't talk say as well this national man to man talk they come he the one can say me the art another commission for Form for States, another one for amnesty, and another one for peace and for reconcile for inside we country. Just sabi say this arrangement, it happen where Prime Minister be don't talk, come if be don't meet up with plenty people them where they come with them suggest. Big question now say all that in the way Prime Minister be get them, they be don't get them, but she don't read look inside. And Monday, this chapter it go start. Elvis, we go talk on top this palaver now, so I don't talk say today. We go talk special on top this man-to-man talk. First, make we when you see us where the thing they happen, plenty, they glad say this one, this national man-to-man talk, you go make things they go change for inside country. Other one they way they check say D1, no than the real one for sick. I say the real people there they be get for meet up talk with them, they know they for on top of the table. Now, when you see thing where Prime Minister don't the work all the week, she done for more than 2 weeks, we never drink water better for his skin. What you get for talk for on top of this chapter?
First, I want to appreciate the Prime Minister for work where he don't do and I believe in a man where he get conscience. And the head of state you way he don't decide for say for give floor for we the Anglophone them for make a decision. But when one look inside this thing proper you say and say so we Anglophones them will not like ourselves. This matter they don't get them for we. They don't hand them for we say nothing this way he did for our hand. But we no want make good use for the this thing. Prime Minister don't say head of state don't give open floor for dialogue. Nothing this we don't cry for since 3 years. I mean 3 years. People they died, so one they did for bush, so one they didn't even get the one for chop. They cry for sick this matter. They don't give the floor now for do this thing. Wait till they do them. They go carry people the way they did them for Yaoundé. Because when they talk about delegation for Northwest, I be feel say you see some mommy will come over that side for Furawa or some pa will come over that side for we come over that side for womb. We don't come and say no, na man is you don't feel the pains. But when you see the kind of people they stand for that front place in a delegation from Northwest, then they for Northwest, they don't know what's in the past. So I was surprised when they talk about dialogue. Now time this way, Anglophones they supposed to say okay, you can take that, come back for their own side, say okay, pa you don't open floor, say more talk. Make a call my brother the way. Now they say this thing is concerned because the one they did for day, I'm not sure say this thing first concern them because we want to announce you say they take and down for palava party issue. Because we want to say now only put for some particular party where their faces they come up for front this thing. So this thing where we talk say dialogue, I don't understand whether they want dialogue now who or who want talk with who. Because now the same people where they don't do work out for try for say make the thing come back. Now the same people they still call them for shit on top table for discuss with them. So I believe say if they talk about dialogue, make them do the thing the way it's supposed to do. Make them know they carry face them, can't put them for front or something way you know go change.
Now, Jude, we will just start for talk small for Sika, so we will talk proper on top this palaver. Now, when you see all the work with Chief Dr. Joseph Dongute, he don't do he don't meet all kind of people them, and he end, if you talk say end with the people there they come up from Northwest and Southwest, but the people there they come out Northwest and Southwest, plenty people there they ask question, why not these 6 people they get for stand for talk? Why they don't let these people there for stand for talk?
You know. When those images them is run, Ambassador, see former Prime Minister them, Philemon Yang, for the Northwest. Now, so he stand like a giant beside Lele Afrique. Then I equally see for Southwest. Now, so Musonge, he don't stand for Kona Okalia. I look the part them again. I look their ages. I look the personalities that I don't always grow up. As a young Cameroonian, for no, Peter Mafani Musonge, we used to sing out for school, like song. I did look them, I did try for talk my mind, say, now the part and so, where then they stand, they watch this thing and it happen. Now the part and they take their foot them, stand for the soil, and they be now the foundation here that they build for this country, for we this speaking them for this generation. I really be surprised and I see a whole comedy where to go on. For me, as far as all these things happen, now a comedy, those are comedians, if you ask me. Because I'm one of the first people where I be critically say this 10th of September speech of President Paul Biya, it be lagging of many things. The speech, it be lack format, a proper format of which way a dialogue, it may be. it lacks structure. In fact, it lacks texture. Which kind dialogue will one hold? The whole that delegation from Northwest, Southwest, where Okalia no be Northwestern and no be West Cameroonian. Equally, Adolf Lele no be West Cameroonian. They are governors where they be appointed to those regions. They not fit talk on behalf of the people of those regions. So I even expect say the workaholic minister Tanganjiwe be stand around there. Better me talk man no say now picking for that soil on talk. Me my family talk man no say don't talk. But that aside, these people where they come out Northwest and Southwest ambassador go for Prime Minister Yangsna delegation. Prime Minister John Gute say that go talk on behalf of Anglophones. They talk on behalf of Anglophones where not them be members of the government. A government that's appointed. Government no supposed for send the people me they talk on the behalf of these people because the government are the people now one of the antagonists for this for the whole dialogue issue. We get the government and separatists when are the main protagonism for this dialogue. If you call a dialogue, you know if you call a dialogue, man just give a very simple example, Ambassador. You know if you get problem for your compound with your neighbor. Then you summon your family members, your sister, your picking them, una should house, una tori. Then you can talk say the problem you don't solve. It not the work so. And when maybe you don't cash picking for neighbor, go look up on gata. It not the work so. So I did look all these guys, I see comedy. What is happening? Today happen within a monologue. The Cameroon government it still talk within itself. It still be a welcome issue. If they fit talk within themselves, they gather the facts, they gather the thing, then call for a dialogue. Because every one of the Cameroonians they still with dialogue.
So the one where they come on Monday, that one?
No, that's a workshop. That's a workshop. Okay. That is a seminar. That one a seminar the whole for Yaoundé. That one, I mean, dialogue for this sense, Ambassador, would look at the state of Cameroon, an armed separatist of the Anglophone Cameroons. And the issue will be at stake here, not territorial issues. It not be an internal issue. If we talk say a trade union, they get problem for drivers union or Njama Mami, they get no. Now issue this way, one of the parties they deny and say they not be part of UNA. They lack patriotism. They don't see themselves like nationals. They don't carve their own boundaries and they protect them. You understand? So when international community, when you hear the United Nations, it talks say call for a dialogue inclusive dialogue between yourself and the separatist. Inclusive for they no mean I say me call out within the confines of Cameroon. Inclusive dialogue simply mean I say you should bring in other parties. If it be a third party, make them strike a balance for here so that make trust be restored. But when you call a dialogue, this monologue with the Siam, you send the very minister the way that they be at the forefront of the problems they would get them. You send them they go stand as if you even send parliamentarians and send a delegation then this from Northwest or Southwest. Because parliamentarians they be the representatives of the people. Senators are the representatives of the people. If you send them ahead, they carry the agenda go. Say people that don't also want decentralization. Or for no say with the whole were senators and were parliamentarians because now people that will elect them for represent our voices in parliament in this whole setup.
Okay, Jude, we will also continue for talk. Maybe we'll enter for this other chapter. Chief them for faculty, them too they get their own small issues. Sabi say before they go Yaoundé, they be get different things they be get for talk. So on top the palaver now some of the boy than that way they so they be the whole gone. Them too the day Yaoundé for this on top the chapter. That one we never fit for talk on how we did in the past, but but them say they don't talk till they prepare for can talk, wait till we make and with the vex. But Sabi say one of the things they say way it they so faco chief then they try for talk. They talk say they so time when they meet out with some of the boy them, they be the vex, the boy they tell they say they the vex, or see say thing then they know the show. Palava for walk way no day, and on top that chapter, them too they talk say they so they boy them or the people they be don't talk for them like chief. Say me they talk say they want federation, but them too they surprise say inside the chapter where they so they become for you with them, then they can't talk na say na palava for decentralized with them for inside region. They be those she don't hold their own man-to-man talk before the waka come go ya with them. They be the talk on top palava for federation. So plenty people them they don't the ask question them on top this chapter now. The other side for this chapter, Sabi say before they be one go ya with them, division them, subdivision them, and even region they be whole meeting, and we no be ever hear all this palava for decentralized plenty, whether not for Norwest or for Southwest, according to which they put in top. But for up, not different thing we hear, decentralization, and one way people they get for get hand for talk on top plenty.
Yes. See, this whole decentralization from the 1996 Constitution will be enshrined. It don't exist for calculate 1996 to today, now more than close to 20 years or so. You understand? Decentralization. I hear Ekemadi talk say with when decentralization will come, which other decentralization one time for Cameroon? Decentralization don't exist for Cameroon all along. Since where the French system, the French Cameroonian system of governance, it be changed the agreement, the gentlemanly agreement will be get them as far as federalism is concerned. It continues to change them. So they wish for this decentralization. We don't wait say better good day. Better know the dating than it was. So now way all people are not the means words. A majority of those proposals already give for John Gute office and for Northwest Governor's office, so for Northwest for Minepat for Northwest, there be whole meeting there, the dialogue meeting for people that will come down for Scarcity John Gute, the whole meeting. Journalists they did it. What come them? They tell me live for they say people don't agree saying a federalism. So I be bit surprised again for say governor to go with entourage and Atanganji they forgot to say decentralization because all along we don't get decentralization. Abobala they don't articulate the federalism. We get Kawala the opinion leader then we get bishop them. When they don't even talk say we'll go back for 1961. That British Southern Cameroon they began independent by joining French Cameroon. We'll go back and review because now that boy they show over there they drop arms. They no fit stop the crisis. I mean, no be them they call the shots. More be factual here. Make we go back for 1961 federal agreement. Look place where we don't make error. Since federation not the work, since a unitary system of government where they be imposed on the Anglophones, it not the work. Make we go back, we visit them, see how we go live together. Because we feel live together. Cameroon feel remain one and indivisible with federalism. Several Anglophones then still ask them and they want them. Now say, we feel live one and indivisible in freedom. Because two things they are at stake here. There's one and indivisibility in bondage. When are the one who deliver now, and there's one and indivisibility in freedom. My quota for you. The one in freedom, now the one where you feel make your decision at the level of federal state, you feel vote governor, or feel vote government delegate if at all it be needed, or feel vote all officials hold them responsible when things do not go right. That one are freedom. Okay. Through the federal system, we feel control our police, we feel control our economy. That one are freedom. Inside one and indivisibility. And a confederal system of governance or federalism, if you give you that option. That other one now for one and indivisibility inside bondage, now the one who they live now, where would the first people that will go to their head. For 1961 time we one come for the union. I don't remember people where they kill them. Okay. For Sikasemo, there's total suppression.
It did like say get plenty things for talk. More leave Elvis too. May Elvis talks more. Elvis, Fako chief them be talk say they be meet with their population. the population we talk about federation, and I think that they pass on for governor. But for up, we hear decentralization. So we know sabi whether another name for federation or decentralization.
No say Cameroon, any kind of thing can happen for any kind or for any kind of time. But I want me the chief they made them stand their ground. Wait till they don't discuss them for down. Send them for governor take and go get them for up the change, the talk the change. Make them stand on top wait till they don't discuss them for down, because I believe say that the same governor way sometimes them way if you tell the chief and say this, so if you get a 30, say they must come march.
No, but the chief then they don't make don't make peace.
Yes, if you say they say they must come march, they no come march. They come up for show say no. Them be a chief and they be on their own. They get a voice. Where they get a voice, where the voice they represent their people. They represent their people. Me say they get right. Me governor go talk to you. They don't, if you don't talk and for update, make themselves they impose thing way now. They say don't decide. Make a day for other side, because you don't start making also because now so you make a plate people down for outside for down day. They will lost trust for that chief, because we know if you should on top table we'll discuss something. We now come out tomorrow. Now different thing will hear and for day. They will feel say the chief and say they get hand for inside this matter where they no get hand. For sure say the chief their hand and be clear, and for sure say till they be discuss and for down. Now till they want time make them stand on that thing and call the governor. Call the governor for book. That's call it, bring it down, make it present thing where they say they should don't talk hand for you.
Okay, and one of the things them servicing 8 different sub-commission them where they don't open them already for on top this palaver for man-to-man talk where people they get for she don't talk. You get one where now a consign now the 2 country talk they will the talk when I will talk Queen Elisa and Emmanuel Macron for BB grammar and bilingualism commission day for that one. They will get another commission where consign palaver the Kana education system they will get them. Another commission consign judicial people them. Say lawyer them palaver for law, and another commission day where the shidon for talk palaver for decentralized, one day where the shidon for look as where the fee make thing them continue for go for before after the this confusion will happen for the 2 region, and another commission it consign now people then where the day outside country where they get for turn back commission today where they go for common gun for people them hand where they also hold gun. Another commission it consign now place where people then where the day outside country they roll where they get for play on top this palaver where they happen. But Barrister Bobala Felix he don't talk, say all this commission they don't add them, say the experts say they get for add another one where he consign palaver the form for the state, another one for amnesty, and another one for peace and reconciliation.
All those commissions they get one ultimate thing where if they be willing to solve the crisis, for ensure say make people they know they die for Northwest and Southwest, therefore consider it priority top on the agenda. And that thing it be the form of state.
The form and I need to cut you say minister head boy for territorial administration Grant and go we don't ever talk, and if this also talk say palaver for form for state don't not the fee talker.
Then means that no one solve the issue, because if you want to solve all that commission them, just change now the form of state. Every state go take care. Where you don't make consider a peace by automatic disarmament commission, you say and say you already cool down that temper for that boy name. They will drop arms so you never even discover. We don't get problem for bilingualism for Cameroon. I don't know whether some people get problem, because I never see me problem for bilingualism. The other kind of sub. You get problem with people where they want separation.
They get them, but
you go home, you don't go draw your agenda, you wipe out their own. Then you call your meeting for Shidong you, then send them invitation in a very disrespectful manner. Say me then come. Just because one brandish for international community, so you don't call a dialogue. A dialogue, how do you call dialogue? We don't see examples them for different country them ambassador. We don't see example, I don't see example of Central African Republic as they call a dialogue. For call dialogue, you bring a neutral party. In fact, Central Africa for January, it be called 14 armed groups. They should down for table. They table the issues. They table the issue say, nothing this way, Nothing this whole one time. Now so the agenda get to roll. You know they make agenda. Now already precondition. They talk to me, you don't give precondition. You just make your agenda for impose them on top of them. No. Give the dialogue, me they open.
Okay.
If the dialogue they open, sometimes outing for the worker. Many people don't even know or discuss them so far.
All right, Elvis, small on top this different sub-commission, the way they don't call them, and suggest we are Bobala, barrister, he make them, say they like say some the day they don't forget and really expect they get for Adam before big days every day.
Like, thing where Bobala don't talk, I feel say he get right, and the way my brother Mbako, they talk for that side, I believe say the first thing where they be supposed to take into consideration, now wait till the people them one time.
Okay.
Yes. Now wait till they put it one time. You know, people they don't want something, you go bring your own thing because you want make me other people feel say you don't call something for on top table.
Okay.
Not be so they do. I believe say that time this way people then look, me they try get conscience. Me they look at the bloodshed for Northwest and Southwest. Look at how they don't kill your body, the people them for update. Ask yourself, say, if na my brother, if na my sister, if na my mommy, if na my mommy then bury am alive, if na my pa then he sick, he dey for bush, if na me I be there for bush, wait I for do. Make them forget some kind of thing they make them forget which way they had one time, that ego. Two they like say that mob one chop this one. Make them try for leave that one aside. Look at the Cameroonians and the tears we don't run down for their eyes for the past 3 years. For the suffer they run the suffer for this country and try if truly they are Cameroonians because the way they behave now one that actually that put them for up they be in Cameroonians because they behave like say they come on from different world. If actually they are Cameroonians, they should look at the cry of Cameroonians. Okay,
we go left that palavas. I be saying Monday no far away na Monday and yeah the Yawinde just now. With the year say it don't flop. Now 600 delegation or 600 people they will don't hear say they get for Cam 400 Anglophone and 200 for Francophone side according to Tori we enter for we here. Now Sabi say I saw the prepare say make peace. It turn back for Northwest and Southwest. Thing that this also continue for happen for Sawe they call them say Boasa village. Now Chief house, Chief Palace with the Bonham for that side. So inside this week, we'll just the finish them. Now Chief for Boasa with the call it Chief Echo Wome John, aka Moja. Sabi say the Chief says it didn't person way been a uniform man. According to way Chief he talks in a boy the way the cow with gun for a palace. Then they can give 20 million for say make it join them. So inside the Palapala way happen, they say boy them for Boasa, boy them young boy them for Boasa. They come out colors. Now so too they come for fights. People they deal with the gun. Last they say gun ibihalam. But we know here whether some person be get caught. Now for the people they wrong go. Then they burn 80% for Chief A house. Plenty people them they don't ask questions. Say gun and cutlass. Now which one get power?
I believe say this who gun he get power. But man we he collapse with faith. If he challenge man we go gone.
Yeah. So this issue for burning Chief Moja be the second chief for inside 2 weeks whether the burning house after the born Chief Njem Mandenge own place for that side for Wonja village.
When they don't decide say when because apart from the other 2 days they don't actually burn their own house or their own palaces. The other one today for Northwest where they actually go to beat na people then they. I mean for the one for Bafoot.
Yeah.
That
like
means
don't see
when I
don't
wait
right.
and when the one look critically we say now one way they get one talk. When they stand against which way it come up, they must get this effect. You where you talk against, then that means that they come after you because when they hear they stole where they come up for back, say some people then come with 20 million. First question, the 20 million be been up waiting.
No, they say me Chief join them. You say Chief say Nabi man.
Me Chief he join them.
Mm-hmm. Chief Nabi.
Me Chief join them. Me say something there for back. Something he there for back way. He the Chief say he give for open them up because if we did see on you don't come for lamplight, who then can join? They say me join with you. Me the Chief you open them up because time don't reach. Not be time list for the heights in them again. Time don't reach way in each Cameroonian give for open your heart, open your last belly. Better me than kill you because you don't talk your truth. Than say me you die, go me people they control the suffer. open your last, but them will not say, na for year this one it go, na for year the one it the end.
Jude, this chief house with the bonham for that side, don't hear the story fine, and when you see him, we also continue for talk, palava for burning. Number 2 chief for Fako side, for Boya, with the burning house inside 2 weeks.
Just inside 2 weeks, and we don't hear other chiefs
and
other
maybe for Bafut side too.
Bafut side, where they even shoot plus the prince. We hope say they recover for St. Mary Hospital, for Chobo, for Mancon, for Northwest region. They, one of the things, you know, we get more than 200 villages that be burned so far, and most of these chiefdoms they be touched, even though we know the early years or one, they will not get images. Chiefs they don't reach 2% level where they not get a voice, because you know the armed groups that exist now for these villages. If you stay far off this zone, they tell you no understand the reality. Now I see the problem, the pala didn't say dialogue, and already it vexed me. It vexed me because if they know people will die for this callous attitude, we need to call a spade a spade. This we will die one day, leave this country, and the next generation will make the right decisions, whether we like them or not. This thing will end today if the regime of President Paul Biya want them. And what do they do? No, me I will give suggestion of here. We don't. If
Sabi say time when school starts, you will be one of the people that will be the fight. Say me picking the turn back for school.
Of course,
you'll be fight all kind of way. So that's picking the turn back for school.
Of course, with my Educate Them Now movement, and the whole movement will be the fight. Say me the rights for picking them from Northwest and Southwest region. Me the right to education be respected, because all the things. So at the end of the day, now we the suffer for that side. With the struggle for way make we even give this government a reason for CC with struggle for get peace, unity, and love for this country. But they know the one reason with we. I don't understand to be wrong with the government. On the 10th of September, when President Paul Biya became for do that speech, where I call it more of a political campaign rally speech, it not be a speech. When you come for declare this kind of thing, ambassador, strike, do declarations. No kind of talk speech they make say, I don't. Do declarations. Declare say we go tax parliament for look back into the system, the federal system, where it will bring West Cameroon or British Southern Cameroon and French Cameroon together.
All right.
I think that the only way that way, if we go back to that context, we will be able to identify and it will stop all these things automatically.
All right.
Wait till why are we shying from the trap for the right problem?
All right. Elvis?
Ambassador, one just clue from which my brother and Baku they talk today. We talk about the Biya regime for put an end to this problem. I believe say when some man give you handshake, use your sense, use your brain, embrace the person. Paul Biya don't give an open dialogue. Make the elites them for Northwest and Southwest. They make good use of that of the open check way Paul Biya don't give them. Make them stop this pala. Now then the end for corridor for your own the day. Paul Biya don't give them. Make them stand as the Anglophones the way them be. Now they not be see Paul Biya be a problem now. The problem is the elites of the Northwest and Southwest. They are the one playing with their brothers and sisters.
Really
they are the problems.
We don't get elites.
Those guys they for the front as we.
Okay, no support argue for on top that palaver. We go to for Muya. Sabi say we will be day 2. We be the try for talk on top this palaver before school be one start. We be show government primary school for Muya, and 3 weeks, number 4 weeks when school don't enter, we turn back for them for check whether they be don't make some change for inside government primary school Muya. But we meet on at the same place and even don't go worse again for on top this palaver. Now place we pick to them, they did throw away them dirty just now for government primary school for Muya. We normal na place that we picking them they get for the go school. And Sabi say inside this palaver Muya as well Sabi. Now one of the places where they so people them heart it they cut minute by minute. Class it they lock and road safe for enter for inside that school in no define. So we try for talk on top the palaver so that even the big people them governor he go turn back after man to man talk. He try for go see as well he go meet up people them where they get for come out this dirty them where they don't keep them for day. And if belief where they maybe picking them to the fit turn back for school, but the school just now they don't abandon the school. No nothing, they happen for that side, dirty for this side, dirty for that side. Youth, as well be the talk before this palaver one starts, you be don't start crying, me picking the turn back for school. But number 3 weeks inside where school starts, Muya government primary school. You see the team there for day.
I just say now relating for regret. The people where they pay the price for all these things, now they picking them where they know to go to school. And for a society like this one for Cameroon, an African society like our own, 21st century society, we need picking them for school. No matter personally, I don't like when we attach political sentiments with picking their education. Well, at one point of the crisis, the separatists they chased the few picking their education. But I just say at one point too, they go become reasonable. Say they violate the rights for the picking them, and international laws they be very strict. See, even if we not get war, but now they only fight for go give food stuff for this side, material. Well, the thing they mostly forget now education of the child, because as you forget that education, you build another society for tomorrow will be very, very dangerous. That picking them as a loiter around quarter, they do terrible things them, they pick their future be frustrated. So we feel even talk today for year because we don't read history, we understand history, and we be learning for school. So why we will leave school make it day so? Even in the heart of the crisis, for different countries, picking that they go school. For Somalia, that they go school. For Sudan, that they go school. So why we not go leave make school go on? I just say government need to pipe down a release in military off the street. Separatists we need to call back when 5,000 off school environment. It be been our main problem that make we not move any to a concerned school about inside this palaver with the struggle for fix them. More we know the struggle for fix something, then the spoiler and spoiler. Okay. We are left picking them. That picking them, they don't understand what really happen. And well, the ones them where they fortunately come this other side of the Mongo for French Cameroon, they be educated. The one they for USA with our revolutionary leaders, they learn book. So the unfortunate one, we they do injustice. We want justice for Anglophones. Okay. But we not want injustice on top they picking them again. So make them go school.
All right, Elvis, school for Muyana number 3 week. Where you see the school, it shows say it like say person never pass for this since when school starts.
This story they say when you fail for educate poor man in Pekin, you as rich man no say your own Pekin and two, they no go get rest tomorrow. I believe that one may be a lesson for each and every one way you did for outside day, you did for USA, you feel so you call on or the separatists they may send Pekin away, me they know accept me Pekin go school, they should go on here and there, they scare Pekin SSF for go school. No say as you did for USA they educate your own Pekin, or you did for Douala your own they educate your own Pekin, then say they go come back for the same ground way that one they did it. And that same Pekin the way they know they go school now, they know go leave your own Pekin and to make them rest. So this one I want this one for like show the government where they say that they make this one it be like an example for them. As they sit down for them, they play, see the one that they want to do this. As they continue the play, they see the results. That one, I'm not sure say he don't even start. More than they for us, more than they. Not be only one and that. More than they for Northwest and Southwest. Not be only for Northwest and Southwest, even for that side for East region. Plenty of them, they. So I believe say this will it's time don't reach where Camerooners and for come back for their senses. Because I believe say this will their senses if you don't go for some side. So make them come back for their senses, do the right thing, and no say education for Pekin. Now the only thing that if you give Pekin, we don't take them back.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe we'll go talk some more. Last chapter for this site before we come out. We get this palaver for driver them where they carry cocoa come up for come back camp for Douala side here. Inside the week, there be the Beck, semi Minister for Defense, and even Minister Persuade in charge for national security. May they try for see which way they go help them. They say they suffer plenty for Sika say they give plenty choco before they waka. So they be vexed inside the week, they shit on them. They say they know the waka them again. On top, Palava say they get plenty control them. Some people then they talk say where come up by men that go for different side, plenty control the day. But the one they decry say they so for come up for Kumba, reach for Douala, they get 13 control, and all they control them, they must to give money. If they no give money, they no they let them for go. So they be the back main minister for defense and even person for national security. He try for look inside the Palava Sabi say the Coco then they mostly common for bush sides for Southwest. They bring up for Douala side here where they can turn them for chop chocolate and other kinds small in them now. Driver than that would already almost finish. Maybe you talk some more on top this Palava for control for roads, 13 control for common for Kumba, reach Douala.
The same monkey they walk baboon the chop. The one they enter inside bush, go carry come out. The other one is stand for roads, they collect, they chop. I believe say this driver them, they make them even she also until the day where they make that decision, say make this control, make they reduce the control for road. Because it don't too much. When you see the driver they stand so imagine my get family. You don't go carry something for 10,000. You want to carry your road. The policeman he expect for take 7,000 for inside that 10,000. You don't put fuel for how much. Your family go chop waiting. You go chop waiting. You go send picking for school now waiting. I believe say high time no reach way make the authority the way they be in charge. Make them look into this. A minister for transport, I believe, USSF, NS Gale BBN, USSF, it watch and me do action as a minister. Not in a
I believe they get for the most they get for work instead now to Minister for Defense and National Security because the big problem now for that level they control they vex all control that they meet up around and then they must to give them money.
Minister for transport, not a voice.
Yeah, not their voice, but they work. Minister of Transport get for work with Minister for Defense, National Security. So the problem there for them too.
The problem that say Ambassador, we get the whole network. It be a network because even that guys where they stand for road day, those police checkpoints them where they for road day, they get where they be answerable to. You understand? So on them, not be surprised. They be tasked for give a particular amount of money. For some quarters at the end of the day. So it not be like say government don't know what they happen. But the mechanism where it did it, mechanism where anyone want take opportunity for chop. So the drivers then they cry. People they cry for different spheres of national life. It should be now for government for be truthful, for be honest. You get a minister where it would say make director, a channel something. Director the way say make commandant, a channel something. Commandant the way say me sergeant for fee, a channel something. How they no go collect money? So now in network, it need a very revolutionary system of administration for change that mindset. If you want check where to drive a car and for motor, put 1, 2, 3 checkpoints, maybe for different particular spot them. We will not say be strategic, and maybe we not say the money in the internal state coffers. All that money they collect, so you see much don't. You see you drive a car some place you will see driver come out some and man say the policeman don't down with big belly for corner he also more motor don't pack. He just make now so they bring him book them. He check he never check he just take money put out of pocket. That now government pocket that. So we get a system where it be so corrupt and National Anti-Corruption Commission it don't always point out say this system, this police system, military, customs, they be one of the most corrupt for Cameroon because of all these numerous checkpoints and all this transportation is seen at them. Now mostly them go there for they say they do check. So I check say system of governance, Minister of Transport,
Defense.
Not even defense.
No, but they need for work because if Minister for Transport he want go down, he must to talk with Minister for Defense.
The issue now say
and even National Security.
Yes, but the issue now
so now line.
Not line, but Minister of Transport he get the roads. He get truly now you get to bring how they go function.
And the Minister for Defense get the
security imperative.
No, Mama talk say soldier them. Then national security gets police.
But the truth is, I say at the end of the day, now soldier again will win because soldier again gone.
all right. So now so we finish here. We go finish so for this end for today. But before we come out, we get some case for person we don't lost country people them. Make we show na that photo some power we he don't lost for this side so for they say the power he don't lost since so you don't see that power if. Yes, now the part that they call in Oga Ntifo Thomas and they talk say he don't lost. So you will sabi this man. You call that number 655-525-285 65 not 872-872 or 655-100-55 or if you call the same number for down there 699-561-281. Jude, I want to say thank you plenty for your time. I hope so we'll surely get another time again for talk.
Well, the whole of next week will observe what there are story people would always get time to be around with our country people.
Elvis, thank you plenty.
And my pleasure for being here and I want to call on all Cameroonians and say tomorrow as day for prayer, make all them pray for this country because the country do better.
All right. Once a big thank you for Warren Zede. Thank you to Francois Dikoumem. We get for the other side, Boyum, Francois, where he says every day for that end, do he work. And Malice and Nadine, where they put hand rebroadcast goes to be for Sunday morning time. I go turn back if Otiwaka fine for Monday for 8 o'clock on a whole tight.